All right, I'm gonna wait until a few people get on here. I don't know if y'all getting a notification. I don't know if y'all smack the bell to get my notifications, but I'm gonna address some shit. And I was hoping to God that I wouldn't do some shit about this bitch for my first live, but whatever. I'm gonna wait until a few of y'all are in here. Okay, one person's watching. Who's watching? There's two people. Say something so I can know who's all in here. Who's the one person watching? Say hello. Don't be scared. Can y'all hear me? Who are the two people in here watching me? If you're a friend and ally, you shouldn't be afraid to say something. Who is in here watching my live? Hmm. I don't know. Hold on a minute. There's 4 people in here watching. Who's in here? Say something. Who are the 4 people watching me? Can y'all hear me? Okay, whatever. So this bitch, y'all probably bitches from Daisy Camp. Because if anybody on my team, y'all wouldn't have a problem with introducing yourself or saying something, you know, sitting there in a corner. Hey, Ketchy, thank you. Okay. You starting the live from the beginning, yeah, because there's 5 people in here and they're not saying nothing to me. So I'm gonna assume that they're all Daisy's cockroaches. Lost souls. What are you doing over here? We speak truth. Y'all like lies. What you doing here? So I'm gonna make you uncomfortable while you sit there. Because nobody on my team or on my side gonna be sitting up here not saying nothing. There's 5 people in here. Kitchi, she said something. Okay, yeah, Kitchi says she can hear me. Okay, whatever. So I gotta address this bitch over the video that she did about Hebrews again. It's so funny because I was under the impression that you never pay me any mind, Daisy. I was under the impression that you pay me no mind. Isn't that what you said under Even Oracle's trashy ass rap video about me? You don't pay this individual no mind, but you thought his rap was hilarious? Isn't that what you said? But somehow you want to keep Hebrews in your mouth. I don't know what it is. You know? What happened? Did you got upset that I focused on something other than your dusty black ass? Is that it? You were upset that I was focusing on love and twin flame unions and how much I love my masculine and what may have you. You got lonely. But yet you don't pay me no mind. People have been sending me videos about you throwing shade about specifically Aquarius and Taurus. And I'm the bitch that clearly ignored you. I had nothing to say about it. I was like, oh, whatever. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. So I guess, you got mad because my attention was elsewhere. So you want to call me a YouTube scholar? Bitches, you crazy. I sat under the elders that gave us gave us the truth about the Israelites. What the fuck do you know about that region? You don't talking about somebody don't know actual history and do research. Okay. Let's talk about the Ethiopians that you want to pass off as real Israelites. There are 2 sets of Ethiopians. Maybe if you were paying attention to my other videos when I was bringing up um, the history concerning Israelites, you would know that all Israelites are scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth because we globally went under captivity for breaking the covenant of the Most High. But yet I'm a YouTube scholar. How? Where? Get a book called From Babylon to Timbuktu that literally talks about how 2 million Israelites fled Jerusalem, fled Israel in 70 AD, escaping Roman persecution. And that's how they got into Africa. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the two Ethiopians. There's Ethiopians from Shem and there's Ethiopians from Ham, Hamites, which you come from. Who are the original Ethiopians? Who does the original Ethiopians come from? They come from Cush. Cush was the son of Ham. He was the son of Ham. That's where that Ethiopian bloodline comes from. Y'all not Semitic. The Israelites who are a part of the Ethiopians, they're just Israelites who are lost thinking they're Ethiopians. Y'all don't have the real Ark of the Covenant, because if you did have the real Ark of the Covenant, all y'all would probably drop dead carrying that thing. Because the only people that can handle the Ark of the Covenant is the Levite tribe. Anybody else touch it would be electrocuted to death. That's how this YouTube scholar know this. I'm a liar, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. That's how I know you don't have the real one. The one that you got is a fake over there in Ethiopia. Them Ethiopian Jews outside of the Semitic Ethiopians are converts, just like the white Jewish people that live over there in Israel today. They are converts. They're not Jews by bloodline or birthright. They are Jews by conversion. They basically turned our ethnic background, our nationality, into a religion. They're not the original people. They come from Cush, just like your ass. Like I told you that you do. You try to sit there and blend my bloodline with yours because you have this screwed reality of, oh, if it looks black, we're all the same. For you to not like white people so much, you sure as hell love listening to their ideologies about how race and nations work. That's the mentality that you clearly have. Let me look at the chat. It's okay if they don't say nothing. We already said say nothing if you're not a part of the spiritual warfare. They're just watching. That's fine. Okay. I kind of get it, I guess. You know, I guess I would rather y'all not say nothing to protect yourselves, because we have a demon running rampant. Have a demon running rampant, cursing people, putting spells on people. 2 children have died possibly because of this woman. It's sick. You have bigger things to worry about than me being a YouTube scholar, bitch. You will never be a part of the Semites. You will never be a part of the Israelites. You're not an Israelite. You come from Ham. And God told me that himself. Unless you want to call God a liar, hey, you probably got the balls to do it, being that you have no respect for any deity. You have no respect for humans. You have no respect for anything. You have no respect in you. None. You have no respect. I know who I am. I know what bloodline I come from. I know what bloodline I come from. And I know all black people ain't kinfolk to me. We want to sit there and talk about when they put us in slavery. Bitch, who's us? Because last time I checked, it was you Hamites getting into bed with Edomites, you know, the so-called white people that you don't like, getting into bed with each other, selling us into slavery. You think them Africans over there didn't know who they were selling? They knew that they weren't selling their own people. So let's get that the fuck out of the way. It was the so-called white man that was beating into my people's head that they were Africans, when a majority of Israelites were already over here in the Americas. You're a Nephilim. You're a Nephilim. Me, Kichi, and Bernadette talked about this the other night on a 3-way. We talked about how you look like a fucking Nephilim. You look like a Nephilim. That's why you're giant like them. You look just like them nasty ass looking Nephilim. You look just like them Nephilim. You look just like them. Look at all the ancient tapestries, the paintings, and the hieroglyphics of Israelites. None of us look anything like you. You look like a Hamite Nephilim. Especially look, the Canaanites. The Canaanites were a part of Ham too. Canaanites were infested with Nephilim blood. That's another thing. Why are you sitting here trying to make it look like we're the same? When God told my people not to even mix in with Hamites. We weren't even allowed to mix in with you. So how are we the same people? He called y'all heathens. So how are you Ethiopians the Jews when he called your bloodline heathens? He didn't like your bloodline, especially the Canaanites, because they were infested with that Nephilim blood. And guess who took wives? He said this. He said this to Jacob and Esau. He said, do not take wives from the Canaanites. He said that. If I was a YouTube scholar that did no research, how the fuck would I know this? Please explain that. How would I not? Who's this? Oh, hi, how are you doing? I want you to explain to me how the fuck do I know any of this if I have not done my homework on anything. Please explain that to me. I know what you do. You pick arguments and fights with us on purpose. So you can throw this illusion like we're gang stalking you. I can tell you right now, I don't need to gang stalk anybody. I don't need to do spells and roots on people. Hey, Bernie, what's going on, sis? I don't need a crowd of people to get rid of you. I don't need to do stuff like that. I don't. All I just use is prayer. Prayer to my forefathers' God as my weapon against adversaries. I don't need all that extra shit. You heathens do. Y'all do all that voodoo practice. That all came from you. Y'all were the ones that would entice us into those pagan practices. That didn't come from us. We had strict customs. We weren't allowed to eat certain food. We weren't allowed to do certain things. There were very strict rules. Show me a history, y'all the real Jews. Show me a history way before the Israelites migrated into Africa, escaping Roman persecution prior to 70 AD. Show me all the Hebrew customs y'all followed. Show me that y'all knew to circumcise your baby boys 8 days after they were born. Show me that your women were considered unclean a certain period of time and were not allowed in the fucking temples. Excuse my language, Lord. Allowed in the temples for a certain amount of days after you were on your moon cycle, your period. Show me your marriage customs. Show me your customs that you were not allowed to cook a goat, a goat and it's a baby goat or something like that. Yeah, a baby goat in its mother's milk. Do you know that Jamaicans to this day have that custom? Where did they get it from? About you, Kichi will tell y'all about you not mixing goat with the goat milk. Kichi can confirm it. She comes from Jamaica. She's from the tribe of Benjamin. Why you think Kichi went at you so fucking hard? She comes from the tribe that's our military base. Benjamin was our military. The Levites was the priesthood. The Danites kept the treasury. Judah was the kingship. The kings came out of Judah. I'm a YouTube scholar. Where did I get this from? If you know so much about us, why am I telling you all of this? Why am I telling this? Why didn't it come from you? You didn't say nothing about Hebrew customs, nothing. Show me proof that the Hamitic Ethiopians had these customs prior to 70 AD. Show proof. Being that you want to stick your neck out. Show proof. Show proof that y'all followed the feast days. Show proof that y'all follow Purim. Show proof of y'all following the Feast of Tabernacles. I don't even see y'all doing a lot of this stuff over there now, but yet you're claiming that they're Israelites. How? Make it make sense. How are y'all the original Jews and y'all don't keep barely any of these customs? Please make it make sense. You're very welcome. Because clearly I'm just an internet scholar. Whatever the fuck that means. That's the shit that people like to use to gaslight people. You know, it's a gaslighting mechanism. Like, because I'm on here, what does that make you then? Oh, you're not allowed to, you're the only one allowed to teach people? Your word is law? I'm not allowed to come on here and share knowledge with people that I fairly looked into and researched? Make it the fuck make sense, bitch. I'm not the one that have a bounty on my head on high and below. You are, though. You are wanted by everyone, yet wanted by nothing. I have never seen a bitch wanted and not wanted the way you are, ever. They don't want, they just, they don't, the deities and all these spirits that you conjuring up don't even want you. They're not bargaining over your soul. They're bargaining over who gets to kill you. They just want you dead. They don't even want you in their space in the afterlife. They don't want you. You're going to be in a void all by yourself. You want to try to align yourself with Israelites. No, you ain't going to do that. No, you are not a Jew. You're not an Israelite. You're not. You look like a Nephilim because you are. That's why you're so subjected to demonic possession the way you are. Because your vessel is built for being vulnerable to those attacks. Because your bloodline comes from them. Again, don't listen to me. Go read the book. I'm still waiting for you to show me about baby boys having to be 8 days old to be circumcised. And another thing, show me why we have to wait 8 days. Do you even know that? Tell me why you're not supposed to circumcise a baby the day they're born. Please, please show me why baby boys aren't supposed to be circumcised the day they are born. Show me. Or if you would you even know anything like that? You have no maternal instincts. You hate, like Bernadette said on her live, you hate people that are feminine. You hate people who are confident. You hate people who have maternal instincts. You hate people who love and respect and honor their culture and is proud to share it with people. You hate women. You hate women who have joy and show joy in the love that they have for their twin souls, their divine masculines, like I did for Valentine's Day, telling people never give up on twin flames. And I put a video, and I worked hard on that video just for you to take it down twice. You want to know how I know you're hacking into people's shit and taking their stuff down and deleting comments and booting them off of their live videos like you probably did Ketchy a few minutes ago? You want to know how I know? Because I never got a notification from YouTube for a reason why my videos were taken down. That's how I know. But that's okay. Keep going. Keep doing that. Because I got something for that. I got something for that. I'm gonna keep it right in my back pocket, and I'm keeping records. So you keep on doing that. Twice my video got shut down after all the videos that I made that had no problems. That's the only one where I'm talking about twin flame love and not giving up on twin flames and putting your trust in God to bring your men back home. That's the one that gets shut down. Really? And I didn't get notified for this. So what am I supposed to think? You're a hacker. And let me tell you, we've been heard that you were a hacker way before we even had problems with you, Daisy. This was when I was cool with your channel. This was when I was one of your supporters and I heard this. Me and Bernadette heard a rumor. She said, I heard a rumor that she's a hacker. I said, what? And all I said is, well, Nigerian folks, not all Nigerians, but y'all are very well known to getting your way around technology and being hackers. Y'all known for that shit. I'm just saying. I said, all I said is if she knew how to do it, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me because y'all are known to be the biggest hackers and the biggest scammers on the market. Y'all deal heavy in the black market. I guess this one is going to stay up too, right? This is the closest thing to love you probably ever felt. Is all these people paying attention to you. That's sad. I don't love you. I'd rather talk about my twin soul and what he means to me just to piss you the fuck off. Cause I know you hate that. You hate you. It burns you to see me bathing in my love for him. It burnt you up to see me celebrating that man. It burnt you up, didn't it, boo boo? Poor Tink Tink. It burnt you up to see how much in love I am with him. Why wouldn't I? I've known my twin soul since I was 9 years old. We have the rarest twin flame connection you will come across. Honey, please. We never verbally spoke when we were children. We didn't have to. The only time I ever heard his voice was when he was talking to someone else. Everything else between us was felt. It was like magic growing up around him. Imagine that, you having the privilege to be around your twin for years on end, growing up with each other, watching you from being kids to teenagers to young adults to becoming parents. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, you have a lot to hate on about me. You want to paint me as a karmic. Y'all don't hold a fucking candle to my twin flame story. You don't. The twin flame symbolism surrounds me. I can't escape it. Everything revolving around me is something to do with twins. When I was a little girl, barely 5 years old, I used to ask my mother. I used to ask my mother all the time, did you ever have twins? I always felt like something was missing. I've always, even when I was a little girl, I felt like a piece of me was missing. That's how when people was talking about, oh, twin flames are fake, this and that and third. No, you can't tell me that. I know it's real. You can't tell me I'm a karmic. Look, I felt him before I even met him. His grandmother lived across the street from my mother's first cousin, from my mother's first cousin's daughter. Right across the street. I didn't know that at the time. It was a big development called Coventry Square. It was huge. It was the most magical place a child could grow up in. And I used to look straight across that house. Didn't even meet him, mind you. This would be what, 2 years before I would move there, or maybe 3. Cause what? Okay, I think I moved there when I was like 8 or 9. Let me ask my mother so I can make sure. Mommy, Ma, how old was I when we moved to Coventry? How old was I when we moved to Coventry? 9, right? Oh, I was 7 when we moved to Coventry. It was in 93. I was 8. Okay. Okay, we moved. Okay, yeah. Yeah, my mom told me okay, so now, yeah. I moved there when I was 8 years old. In 93. I heard you, mommy. Yeah. What? Yeah, I moved there like around 8 years old in 93. I know it was in 93. So I was like 8 or 9 years old when I met him. But years before that, I used to go there because I had a lot of family. I come from a big family. I'm on Facebook Live, just to let you know, mommy.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you turned 8 in February, and then we moved June of the 15th of 73.
Yeah.
I mean, 93, and he was 8 when we moved to Coventry.
Okay.
8 years old.
Okay.
Because you were 7 when the house burned down.
Yeah.
and then we was at Marion's, and then
Yeah, we moved to my older sister. Yeah, our house, we had a house fire back in '92, and I had moved with my grandmother. Then we moved to my sisters, and then we moved to Coventry,
where they had condos. Right?
Where they had condos. Yes, it was a nice place to grow up. I had a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. So anyway, and before I moved there, what, Mama?
Did she?
No, she downstairs. Before I moved there, I would feel him. I would feel him in that house. I didn't know it was his grandmother's house prior to that, but I felt something. I felt him my whole life. I felt him. I used to like. I can't explain it. Only a real twin would get it, and it's hard for me to explain it sometimes because I don't meet many people that have met their twin when they were children. And even if they do, they never stayed close to them like me and mine's have throughout the years. I think out of the 29 years we've known each other, we went into separation for almost 8 years. I'd say the last time I seen him was in 2006 when I was pregnant with my daughter. And that would be the last time I would see him until maybe 2013, 2014. So we did go through the separation periods, but I wasn't woke yet. So it wasn't as bad. It was not as bad as it would have been had I been one of the awakened twins. Okay, if I had woke up already. Imagine you woke to the journey and then you separated from him for like several years. That I don't think I would have been able to deal with that. But I will say that I felt I used to feel a sadness throughout those years because I missed him. And I never felt like that for any guy. Like any guy that I called my friend that I grew up with. And we grew up with a lot of people, including our karmics. We know like a lot of our karmics, we grew up with them. We've known them from childhood too. I'm telling you, my twin flame story is crazy. Bernadette will tell you. I remember when she used to do card readings, when she was doing tarot card readings, and I would do she would do card readings for me. And she said, this is quite the twin flame story, So, listen, I don't have to justify my self to prove who I am. I don't. My journey speaks for itself. I know who I am, and I know what I figured out about who real twins are. Okay? Are you mad at that? Is that what's bothering you? For somebody that don't pay attention to me, you sure as hell love bringing up Israelites in your mouth all of a sudden. Nobody in the tarot community was talking about Israelites except me. Nobody. And then all of a sudden you wanted to bring up Israelites and Palestine and the Sibyls. Why? That doesn't sound like somebody that's not paying attention to me. What compelled you to bring that up? How would you even know about, about the Israelites, about the lessons on Israelites I'm bringing if you're not paying attention to me? How's that possible? You've been throwing a lot of shade and I'm not fazed by it. You don't have a sense of nationality. You don't have a sense of understanding how nationality works. You think because we have the same skin complexion, we are the same people. Daisy, we're not the same. I don't think you understand how nations work. Do you realize that all the nations were black at one point? You realize that we're all black at one point, but God called us according to nations. He said in his word, I have not dealt with any of the other nations the way I have dealt with you, Israel. That's what he said in his word, unless I'm mistaken. He put his fingerprints on us. He put his stamp. He preserved a special people for himself. And why shouldn't he have, being that all the other nations wanted to give themselves to other gods and strange spirits? The Most High, the true one God, not deserve to have a special people among himself in a world that rejected him? Is that what I'm hearing? Why, when it comes to our God, the world feels entitled to have him all to himself and have authority over him. Why? He belongs to us. It's our inheritance. It's our birthright. I'm not going to sit here and let you take that. You are a Gentile. You are a Hamite. You are a Nephilim. You look like a Nephilim. Please go look up Nephilim pictures of them skeletons, them tall ass giants. That's why you look like, my twin stands 6'2". You look taller than him. You look like you tower over him. Your body shape, your build is very extremely unnatural and inhuman. That's how I know you have Nephilim in you. You have Nephilim in you. That's why you're easily accepting of demonic possession. Because that's where the demons come from. They're Nephilims. They come from Nephilims. You want to know what Nephilims are? They are the bloodline of angels and humans. Angels mixing their bloodline and DNA with humans. Angels mixing their bloodline even with animals. Just like Kichi said, that's why you'll see certain gods and goddesses with the head of cats and animal-like. Look at the half goat, half human. Was he called the Satyr? I think he was called the Satyr in Greek mythology, the half human goat man. Oh God, I hate I have to address this. This is sad. This is sad. Let me go to the comment section and see what y'all talking about. Um, she's a fucking paradox. Yes, she is. The Canaanites and Philistines had Nephilim blood. Yeah, they did. Why do you think they took out the book of you know that there's chapters missing out of the book of Esther, right? Because you want to know why they took that out? They took certain chapters out of Esther because it leads into this information about their bloodlines going back to Nephilims. Mainly the Edomites that stole our identity. And you want to sit there. Somebody said, okay, was it Eben? It was Eben that sat there and said, Eben Oracle said that if Bernadette was an Israelite, she would be able to trace this back to her mother. Well, let this scholar who has no, credentials behind her tell you what that's all about. You want to know why you think counting yourself through your mother is very well known in the Jewish population, not the real Jews, but the Jewish. That's another thing. Why are they calling themselves Jewish? Do you understand? Ish is saying that you're some kind of Jew, but you're not the actual thing. Ish is saying you're similar to it, but it's not exactly the actual thing. Like if I said this shirt is pinkish, like the shirt I'm wearing it's a little pinkish. That's not saying it's pink. It's some kind of pink, but it's not actually pink. So why do they call themselves Jewish? I don't know. I don't know. Like this is crazy. Oh God, help us. I don't know. I don't really know what else to say. Like I look, continue to continue to not pay attention to me like you said you are. Continue to pay me no mind like you said you are. I'm not stalking her. I'm going to address her and defend myself and defend my intellectual work that I'm putting out here. Why do you have a problem with that? Why do you have an issue with that? I came into this community different. You can't steal from me because I haven't gotten into tarot cards. Not yet, anyway. I'm gonna bring those. I'm gonna bring those eventually. You probably won't be around when I do it, though. Your time is ticking, honey. I didn't come in this community with tarot cards, so you don't have nothing to really steal from me. So when it comes to me, you have to try to discredit my work. and discredit the information I'm bringing. You started doing this when I didn't have a problem with you at all, and even when I knew you was doing this, for months I ignored you and said nothing. Now you got my attention, and now all of a sudden I'm a gang stalker like the rest of them. I'm doing spell work, angelic guidance. She's paying them. No, not me, honey. I had lost my train of thought. I was gonna tell y'all how the whole thing of how the how Jewish people count what their tribe is through the mother's bloodline. I'm gonna tell you the reason why they do that. Because if you read the Bible, the Torah, and the Tanakh, it goes into who your father is, which is accurate. You count who you are through your father, not your mother. Okay, that's a lie put out by the Jesuits, the lie put out by the false Jewish people. Read Revelations 2 and 9. It goes into the fake Jews. It says, I know thy works and thy poverty, but you are still rich. I know the blasphemy of those which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogues of Satan. Who are the only people known to pray in synagogues today? The so-called European Jews, right? They are the only people praying in temples. Majority of them are known to pray in synagogues. The town I live in are running. The town that I grew up in. I'm not in my hometown no more. The hometown I grew up in was running rampant with synagogues. Okay, and I was around. I was around a lot of Jewish people. I grew up around them. How do you think I know about them? I know about certain customs they do and all this type of stuff. They used to call me in like on a Sabbath day because they don't believe in dealing with technology. Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. So they would call me over Saturday morning. I left my light on. Can you turn it off for me? Yes. The mothers would call me. Can you help me turn it off? Yes. I was a help to them, and they liked me too. My Jewish neighbors liked me. They used to give me fresh breads and stuff like that. Yeah, knowing the whole damn time I was a real daughter of Zion. They knew who I was. They knew who I was, and they treated me kind. They used to invite me over for dinner. They trust me. They know who the real ones are. And they know who's special among the real ones too. They know who the real anointed ones are too. They know. They can pick up on it. So I'm not just talking to you about what I research. I'm talking from personal experience, bitch. The entire time on that channel, you wasn't interested in nothing Hebrew until I came on the scene. Stop playing with me. The only reason why the European Jewish people count their tribe through their mother's lineage is because they know that's where the Nephilim seed comes from. Hence why they took out those books from those chapters from Esther. Stop playing with me. I didn't pull this out of my ass. You'd like to believe I did, though. Oh my God. Like, you don't even have a sense of nationality, national origins, and you don't have no sense of it. You brought into the Edomites lies about how genealogy works, how ethnics work, how nations work, because y'all hung up on color. Oh, you're black, so you must be African. No, we are not the same. Our people didn't go through no slavery with you. Your people sold us into slavery. But don't listen to me. I'm just a YouTube scholar that don't know what the fuck she's talking about. You don't understand. Before I came into the New Age community, this is what the fuck I do. All my work and everything I've done, the people I've communicated with, is on Facebook. I'm in Facebook groups. I learned under master teachers, honey. I sat under people who have some sick knowledge. I originally come from the Pan-Africanist movements. You don't even know shit about your own people. You don't even realize the Nigerians over there are scattered and mix of Semite and Hamites. They're not even y'all not even original people of that territory. They have been long gone. Quite a few people that are over there are Israelites, but it's not you. That's why, I was, in the beginning, that's why I asked the Most High, where is her bloodline at? Because I was wondering, is she a confused Israelite? Is she one of our lost? I try to help her if she is. And the Most High told me, hell no, she's not us. And when I said it, it's like I could feel the energy of disgust coming from the Most High. Because he know that you come from Nephilim. He knows that you have that Nephilim seed in you. I felt the energy of disgust coming from Ahaya, Ashah, Ahaya. I felt it. He's sickened with you. He's sickened by you. Stop calling on the Hebrew God. He is not in that room with you. He's not in that room with you, sis. He's not in there. Stop playing with us. You want to bring up Hebrew so much? Okay. I'll have my forefathers pay you a visit. I'm going to have them pay you a visit. Being that you think you're a Hebrew. I don't think you're going to like to stand before people who part Red Seas and send some of the most monstrous plagues known to mankind. Maybe I'll ask Moses to pay you a visit. I don't know. Maybe I'll have him pay you a visit because I communicate with my ancestors. I communicate with them. Your forefather tried to kill Abraham, and you have a nerve to sit here and say that you're an Israelite? How? Nimrod, you're a direct descendant of Nimrod. Nimrod, a man that fucked his own mother and got her pregnant. His own mother. Semiramis. She got pregnant by her own son, and then when he died, she found out. I think that's when she found out she was pregnant. To hide this from his soldiers, she just said it was a miraculous pregnancy because wasn't nobody knowing he was fucking his own mother. And after he died, she just said he's returned to me. It's a miraculous conception. That's how all this pagan worship started. All this started with your forefathers. That's why the Most High is disgusted with you. That's why he's disgusted with you. All this comes from your bloodline. You started the whole roads lead to Rome thing. All roads leads to Rome thing. This all started with Hamites. Edomites just picked it up later on. Because he felt like his birthright was stolen. When he sold his birthright for a pot of lamb stew. Are you serious? Wow. Amazing. I got this for being an internet scholar, not through personal experience, not by sitting under people who have traveled and who have seen artifacts and many different things and have went to different territories. No, I didn't get that from them. No, I don't know how to pick up a book and read it. No, I don't know how to do thorough research, even though Aquarius out of the zodiac are known for doing the most thorough research that you could think of, which is why we're accused of being know-it-alls. It isn't that we know everything, it's just that we have a thirst for knowledge and we have a thirst for doing research. We're the last motherfuckers you want to sit up here and call a YouTube scholar. What is that supposed to mean? That's not insulting. That's not insulting. That's not insulting. It's not. Let me look at these comments. We still here having to stay Goliath's offspring in 2021. God gave us strength. The tea is half the stuff in that recent live she did was from a personal conversation we was having last night. Hacker, gang stalker. That's very creepy. Why are you hacking? Why? Because talk about our masculine means aligning with the energy of the soul babies coming in. That's gonna take her line out. Yeah. She challenges your Israelite information so you can say more and she can rest so she can reuse it on her channel and act like she's an Israelite. That's what this is about. But I'm gonna school her on some shit. Yeah, you can. Yeah, yeah. After the fact, after you get this information from me, then you want to twist it to make yourself look legit. You can't make yourself look legit. If you're an Israelite, why would you be going against your Israelite sisters? Wouldn't you be aligning yourself with us? Wouldn't you be breaking bread with your own sisters? If you weren't Israelite, I would look at you as no different as Barack Obama. He is indeed an Israelite. Read Daniel 11. That goes into the Israelite who has no regard for his forefathers and hates his forefathers' God. That's Barack Obama. He is an Israelite and he hates the God of his own forefathers. And he hates his bloodline. Why? Because they got to Barack Obama's family. His mother was a part of CIA. He was destined to be an Israelite lost with the system that he was born around. He was born around secret societies. He was born into it. He was lost the moment of his conception. That was a done deal. Daniel 11 speaks about Barack Obama. So if let's just say for the sake of argument, because you're not an Israelite, the Most High already showed me your Nephilim filthy bloodline. Let's say you are Israelite. I don't care. If you are an Israelite who does not believe in Christ, who's not under, who is not under any type of repentance for your sins or what may have you, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. If you're an Israelite who's not under Christ, you're a Gentile as far as I'm concerned. You'll be treated like one. If you are an Israelite, get prepared to be a part of the 2/3 that is getting cut off from the nation. Because that's what it says in the book, that 2/3 will be cut off. 2/3 of Israelites are not making it out of the tribulation. That's why it doesn't surprise me all those people are lost on her channel. Doesn't surprise me at all. Wow. Let me read these comments. I've seen it all at this point. Yeah, Ketchy, me too. This is crazy. What kind of spirits are operating in this bitch? This is sick. Ketchy, yeah, she isn't a teacher at all. Recycling what we say to pass it off as download information. Thieving fucking jackal. Chat got cut off. I can't hear you anymore. Okay, there we go. All right. Loving the definition of ish, but tread lightly. They run YouTube. I know. Yeah, that's the problem. Why are the ish people running everything? Why do they have their hands in everything? Why was Nick Cannon called the anti-Semite after he said who the real Jews are? That's another thing. Black people can walk around crying that they're Egyptians, crying, oh, we were the first people. We can cry this, we can cry that. But the minute we bring up something about Israelites, we're called anti-Semites. Our jobs are threatened. We're fired. Why? Why? Who made the rules about what is anti-Semite and what isn't? Who made those rules? Hi, how you doing? Nick Cannon was called the anti-Semite for saying we are the real Jews. Then a week after him, an NFL player came out and said the same thing and even showed proof about Hitler knowing who the real Jews are. I did a video about that. Y'all don't want real knowledge on here. All y'all want to look up is look up the videos of divine masculine, divine feminine, and karmic readings all day. Y'all don't want real truth. Truth is power. Knowledge is power. I'm giving you this knowledge about Israelites so you can understand who y'all are as divine feminines under God. So you can understand why we are twin souls and what we came here to do. You have to have that knowledge behind you for your own spiritual protection. I was told by the Most High, there are no Gentile twin flames. How do y'all even have the privilege to be something like that and you don't reference the true God? Have no knowledge for the people that he called his own. How do y'all have these titles? Who gave you these divine titles? Your gods couldn't give it to you because they're lesser gods. They can't give you these type of titles. What have you done to obtain this? How are y'all twin souls when the prophecies say that the world will return to Israel? That's the whole thing with the 144. Who else has this knowledge, being that I'm just some internet scholar? Who else had this knowledge? How did I obtain it? I've known about the 144 for years. I just didn't know it was connected to twin flames because I wasn't woken to the twin flame journey yet. I was kind of the only person outside of a couple of them, Bernadette and Ketchy, that really was able to put it together. They kind of knew what that, Ketchy and Bernadette were basically asking questions like, how does this connect to the 144? See, God's real people know that there's something up with that. This stuff is embedded within our veins. It's within our souls. I want to ask the New Age community, how did y'all make a connection with the 144 and twin flames? How were you able to do it? Do you understand that the only book on this planet that talks about a 144 is the Bible? But yet y'all come out and talk about how the Bible stole from all these other nations, borrowed from it. Where did the 144 come from? I haven't got an answer for that yet. Nobody could show me where that was stolen. Nowhere. Nobody. I've looked in many texts and many civilizations and researched history in different locations. I can't find not one piece of scroll, papyrus, or hieroglyphic that says anything about the 144. Nothing. Only the Torah and the Tanakh. And of course the Bible, which is an English translation of the Torah and Tanakh. So the only books that tells us how each from the tribes of Israel, 12,000 from each tribe must be sealed. That's why y'all don't want the men to wake up, because y'all know their destiny is to rule. Gentiles don't want to lose their positions over the earth. They got rich off of our fall, people. They got rich off of us falling. They know that their time is up. And you know how they're calculating Christ's return? Through the Sabbath days and through the holy days. And they have the real calendar. That's how they're using it to see how much time they have left before the final judgments come on them. Ask me how I know. I've known this for years. All praises to the Most High. I've known this for years. Again, my awakening didn't start with twin flames. It started with waking up with who my bloodline is and what's going on in the earth, understanding that it's being run by secret societies. That's where it started. I'm cut from a different cloth than a lot of you that have been a part of this community. I'm cut from a different cloth. There's a reason why God brought me in this community, not a tarot card reader. There's a reason for that. I don't need tarot cards. Bernie will tell you that. I could channel your masculine right now and give you a message from him if I wanted to. She will tell you. She was chilled when I channeled her twin. You'd be surprised the gifts I have that your bitch ass can't mimic, Daisy. You want to see a channeled message? It'll probably scare you half to death. If you could see a portion of my gifts and what I can do. Okay? You'd be surprised the gifts I have. She's always talking about the keys to the streets. Meanwhile, she has no grasp on what she truly is, because if the demon in her wanted to show himself, her gig would be up. She doesn't even realize that demons are operating in her. She has no sense of reality anymore. She has no sense of self. No sense of self. None. You're not paying attention to me, but you throwing shade at Aquarius and Taurus lately. A lot. You don't pay attention to me as you told Eben on his whack ass rap diss to me, which I have a brother that would break his heart. If I sent him in this room right now and did a rap, it would hurt him, embarrass him very badly. I told him about it yesterday. My brother said, if you don't hurry up and put me on one of your live videos, but I'm gonna leave it alone. You don't pay no mind to me, but have Hebrews in your mouth all of a sudden. What the fuck does that got to do with you with a tarot card reader? What the fuck? I promote love. I promote unity. You promote death, mayhem, and destruction and discord, pain, bitterness, loss, and despair on your channel. You don't embody passion. You don't have passion. You don't have passion. You don't have an ounce of intimacy in you. What the fuck are you? You took down my videos twice. You hated that I put so much work into my video about loving your masculine. You hate that I was you hated what you hated about it is it showed my creative side. That I had a creative side. Yes, I do. I have a creative side. That's what bothered you. It bothered you that I used a Janae Eiko song. I did that on purpose too, being that you want to talk shit about Janae Eiko. I did that on purpose. Bitch, I see you. You're not that hard to read. You the only motherfucker that don't know yourself and think you got people fooled. You can't fool people of God. I don't care about what your followers think. And if any of them are watching, kiss my black ass. Don't come on my channel when you see that everything me, Bernadette, and Kichi, and everybody else in the tarot community been trying to warn your asses about. Don't come on our channels. I've been watching your comments. We have that. We have screenshots. We have video recordings of everybody's names on there kissing this bitch's ass. Don't come to our channel. You are not welcome here. You don't have a home to go to after that bitch gets lost. I'm not adopting your ass. I don't want you. What you gonna come on my channel for? You want it to be lost? Stay lost. I don't have no mercy on people after a while. After a while, I don't fucking care. It's just astonishing to me how people are so fucking lost on that channel and can't see what the fuck we see. I think about that every time I have to take screenshots of your fucking names. So I make sure you don't come on my fucking channel once y'all see this bitch's judgment come. I just sit there and just say to myself, ask God, like, how are these people not seeing what me, Bernadette Kitchie, and other people can see? Why? What is wrong with you? Why can't you see it? How low is your spirit where you're just so vulnerable to her spells? You must be fucking weak to fall under her spells because they're weak. Wow. Like I said, you the Hebrew, show proof. I'm not telling you nothing else. I'm not telling you nothing else. I'm gonna ask you this question. Where did tarot cards originally even come from? Are the ones that we use now the writers right? That's what we call them, right, Bernadette? Or something like that. Where did they even come from? I'm not gonna say nothing. There's a book in the Apocrypha that goes into this. I'm not gonna tell you. You tell me. You're the Hebrew. You tell me. You tell me where it come from. You tell me astrologically how what 12 tribes connect with what zodiac sign and what star system. Tell me. I bet you Bernadette can tell you. You tell us. You're the expert. You're the authentic scholar and the researcher. You tell us. I don't know none of this shit. I'm just pulling it out of my ass. What is the original tarot connection to the Torah? What is the original connection? And it's in one of the, it's in all of the cards, but there's one specifically that stands out. I'm not gonna say nothing because you know everything. Let's see what you got. Now I'm gonna test you. For all you tarot card readers who think that we're hypocrites for using them. Oh, don't your Bible speak against them? Who said that? Y'all need to stop associating us with mainstream Christianity. All Christ's people do not align themselves with mainstream Christian churches because we know that they are purposely set up to bring deception. They give you a false, watered down version of Christ. Okay? For all you people that don't think the Antichrist is here, he's been here. The Antichrist has been here for several hundred years. They got you waiting for a baby to be born, growing up in the White House and taking it over. They sent a lot of you blind Christians on a wild goose chase. It was all set up for you to lose faith in God, for you not to believe. If they gave you a lie mixed with the truth, you'll start to sit there and say, oh, this is all a lie and Jesus is fake and he never existed. Y'all fell for it. I did too at one point. I left the Christian church atheist. I struggled with my relationship with God. Most Israelites, most of his own children do. What the hell do you think Jacob means? Wrestle with God. Y'all did a lot to my people. Y'all did a lot. And y'all still doing shit to us, knowing that y'all about to suffer the judgments. But Edomites, Idumea, God has something special for y'all. You want to worry about the Bible? You read Obadiah. That's the only book in that in the that's the only book y'all need to concern yourselves with is the book of Obadiah. Okay? He's been here. I'm not gonna say nothing though, because you're the Jew. You're the real Israelite. You're the real Israelite Ethiopian Jew. Who is the Antichrist? Who is the beast spoken about in the wisdom of Solomon? Who is he? No, I shouldn't even gave you the book. Look at that. I shouldn't even gave you the book. Who is the child? Who is the child they spoke about? Who is the beast image? You should know, being that you don't like him. Who is he? Who is the Antichrist? Who is the beast? Who is the image? Who are those who change the faces of the judges thereof? Who are they? Who are they? Who are they? Who are they, Hebrew? You are the Jew. You tell me. I'm a confused African. Tell me who the beast is. Tell me who the nations are spoken about in Psalms 83. Who? Who are they? Who are they? Can you identify them in the earth today? I bet you I can, though. Who are they? I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all go on her channel and ask her. Ask her these questions. They won't, because you'll probably block them and start putting roots on them. That doesn't sound like an Israelite. That sounds like the heathens he told us not to fuck with, though. Did you miss me, bitch? That's all. You miss me. You miss me not saying nothing to you. You miss me. You'd rather me spew my hatred to you all day than to tell my community how much I love my masculine, this gorgeous man since 1993, since I was a little girl. Oh, I'm so in love with him. He's so sweet. I love his high yellow skin. He walks tall like a king. He's built nice. Let me shut up before you have a fit. Oh yeah, I am so in love. I am madly in love with that man. He loves me too. That's why you mad. You mad because I have pride in who I am and I love my people and I have a sense of community and want to bring them together and free them from the clutches of the demonic kingdom. That's why you mad. God has sent me promises and blessings. That's why you mad. You aligned yourself with the darkness and want to take it out on everybody else instead of taking accountability for your own actions that got you in the rut you're in right now. That's why the fuck you are mad, you Hamitic Nephilim. That is why you are mad. If I were you, I think you have better things to do than to worry about me being a YouTube scholar. You have a lot to worry about. Right or right. Yeah. We got so many different scenarios to how your incomes. We don't even know which one is. You know, he's sending us different scenarios about your end, our God, because he doesn't want you to figure out, because we know you're trying to avoid it. All I can tell you is it will be a very painful death. That's all I can tell you. We don't really know how it's going to happen. We don't know. We don't know. All I know, you will not leave this earth in peace. That's all I know. That's all we know. You will not leave this earth in peace. You will die in agony. That's all I know. I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know who's going to do it. I don't know what. I don't know if someone or some person is going to do it. I don't know if you're going to be in some type of freak accident. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's going to be painful and slow. It will not be quick. You will die in agony. And in the beginning, sometime last year, I actually felt sorry for you because I'm a decent person, Daisy. I don't, I'm not cruel. I'm not a cruel person. I almost felt bad for you, even Bernadette. But then you started to really make it hard for me to feel sorry for you because you kept on throwing your little petty jabs, kept throwing, subliminals at me. When all I was trying to do is do the work that God told me to do. That's all I was doing is trying to be an obedient daughter. And here you come along picking at me. Someone that actually supported you in the beginning. I was subscribed to your channel. And I was just doing my work. Next thing you know, you're talking about Hebrews and Palestinians and Sibyls and trying to debunk Jews all of a sudden. When I was under the impression that wasn't what your channel was built on. What the fuck? What do you want with me? What do you want? I don't care about you. I don't care. I'm going to continue to make videos about love. I'm going to continue to make videos about unity. That's who I am. You don't have a right to take that from me. That is who I am. And I'm proud of that. You want to sit there and be up in arms because people never thought you were pretty. People didn't want you. People didn't, that's that. Why should I suffer for that? You think you're the only bitch that had image issues? You think I grew up feeling pretty? I had those. See, that's the difference between me and you. I don't mind calling out my flaws and I don't mind telling people what I've been through. I was teased. I was picked on. I had insecurities about me. I had things happen to me, but I thank God that I rose out of that a humble woman. There was a time I didn't. I was angry. My experience did lead me to a dark place for a time, but I allowed God to bring me up out of that. Maybe you should have tried that instead of being the world's enemy because of something that we can't help. I can't help you if your genetics gave you the shortest end of the fucking stick. Okay? You look even worse with all that evil coming out of you. That's what makes it look even worse. I tried to feel sorry for you, Daisy. I really wanted to have hope for you. I really did. I'm not a part of your gang stalking operation. I'm not. I'm not stalking you. You're stalking me. Why do you have Hebrews in your mouth? Why are you worried about my material that has nothing to do with your fucking channel? It is completely opposite. What you talk about and what I talk about on my channel, completely opposite. You talking about death and mayhem. I'm talking about, Israel rising and us rising in the latter days and God giving us back our kingdom. What does that have to do with anything going on in your channel? Why do you even feel the need to bring it up in your topics? For what? For what? What does it have to do with anything in your teachings? What does it have anything to do with your teachings? And if you knew you were an Israelite, why didn't you bring that to your platform from the beginning? Why? I've been telling people who I am. Yeah, I'm testing her. Let's see. Let's see if you can answer these questions, being that you want to sit there and take your binoculars and gawk at everybody's channel. Answer those questions that I gave you. I'm going to school you. Let's see what you know. What do you know about the original Tarot deck? How does it connect to the Torah? Let's see if you can answer that question. And guess what? You won't find the answer on the internet. You won't. Let's see how good she at getting downloads and then being lead to certain places and certain people that can help confirm the downloads. You won't find some of the information that I asked you on the internet. Let's see how good she at downloading shit. Let's actually see. Let's see if they give her the answer. I told you to leave me alone because all I'm going to do is just make you look stupid. That's all I'm going to do. But I know why you do this. I know why you pick and you pick and you pick and you pick and you pick. So you can give off this illusion to your audience. Oh, she's stalking me. Look at what she's doing. I'm not stalking you. Bitch, do you understand that if I really wanted to do something to you or have you get rid of, you would have been gone a long time ago. I don't give a fuck about your connections because I have my own. I don't play games. I don't play games, honey. I don't. I'm not the one. But I'm gonna let the Most High handle you. So, because this is not about me. This is about God. I do what I do for the Most High. What are you? Why are you doing what you do? It's His power that shine through me, not my own. I'm nothing without Him. I'm a nobody without God. I am a woman of God. I honor my Creator. I honor and worship Him. I do this for Him. I do this because I took a bad path. I took a bad path and I wanted to give God a chance. I was angry at Him once. I hated Him once. I didn't want Him at once. Why you allow that to happen? Why you take my daughter's father from me? Why my house burned down? Why you take my father? You have no idea what the fuck I've been through to think a little nobody like you gonna take me the fuck out. Bitch, stand in line. Stand in fucking line. I went through hell in my life. I was raped by 2 relatives. Always felt unwanted by people or just looked at and judged. You have no idea what I've been through. You have no idea what God brought me out of. I'm not scared to say it either. Because you can't use it against me because it made me who the fuck I am. There was a time I would have been scared of someone like you. I'll admit. I would have been scared. If I had to deal with you 20 years ago as a little girl, I probably would have been afraid. I was afraid of everything. I was afraid to have a voice. I was afraid to speak out. Can't punk me now. I'm that kid that grows up to beat everybody's ass. That kid that was punked by everybody, and now I'm beating everybody's ass. Now my mouth won't stop. What you gonna do? Cast a spell to send some PTS shit about something that happened to me back when I was a kid? Girl, please. That's all you know how to do is cast spells, cast roots on people. You have no respect for anybody's deities. You just whoring yourself off to all these spirits. I've been through hell. Bitch, you're a patty cake compared to what the fuck I've been through. You think you're the first one to rise up against me with magic? My family been against wizardry that would make you look like a fucking joke, bitch. And we survived it. I survived a lot of shit. A lot of shit. I went to a dark place, man. I stopped believing in everything. God, hope, everything. I've been there, done that. I became depressed. I became fucked up. I was on drugs until God delivered me from it. Yeah, I can say it. You want to know why I can sit there and tell you these things and not be worried about you throwing in my face? Because you can't. I'm not saying that. Obviously, I'm saying this to show people where God brought me from. To let you know that He can bring you up out of any situation that you're in. Anybody that's under the sound of my voice that want the Father's deliverance. I grew up so hard and heartbroken. I went through a lot of misfortunes. But let her tell you it was karma. You have no idea what the fuck I've been through. You don't know me. And even with me telling you some of the things I just told you, you still don't know me. You couldn't even fathom who I am. There isn't a card that you could pull out of your ass from any tarot or oracle deck that could tell you who I am. You can't read my life better than I can tell it. I went through all that. I hated God. I became an atheist. I didn't want nothing to do with him. But he humbled my little black ass real quick. Oh, I got humbled, all right. I don't care what situation you're in. I'm for the divine feminines who are underdogs. Now y'all see why I advocate for underdogs, because of what I went through. Now you see why I advocate for women who are under prostitution right now that may not feel like she's a divine feminine, but God has called you. Don't tell me that he can't use Most High uses the weakest people, so when he shows his power, people will know it came from him. Don't tell me that God can't use you because you made wrong decisions, because you were on drugs, because you may have been a prostitute, because you were in an abusive relationship, or you done wrong things. Bullshit, he can't use you. I mean, he probably could you could probably turn your life around if you really wanted to, Daisy. Maybe it's not too late. I'm not going to waste my energy or prayers hoping for it. But maybe you still got a chance. Maybe you still got a chance. I know I took mine. You can't be mad at a woman who made a choice into following God. Maybe that's why you're envious of us, because we have that strength to pull ourselves up out of the hell we've been through. I pulled myself up out of the hell I've been through. And I didn't do it on my own. I did it through God's mercy and grace. I did it through the beautiful women and family that he placed in my life. I did it through faith and trusting in him. I'm not scared to share my story. I've been very vocal about my story. I'm not afraid to tell people where I came from, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna use this in one of your channeled messages. A karmic, with the whole karmic thing, and using my story as a scenario to give your followers. When you're gone, I'm gonna lock all my videos back. Yeah, that we planned on doing that too. I don't even want a trace of you left on my channel after this is all said and done. You don't deserve to be remembered. You wanted to be seen so bad. Well, bitch, we see you. And it's not for any good reason. You could have been spreading life into the community, but all you can do is spread bitterness, hatred, and death. The Most High says, what's in you comes out of you. You know them by their fruits. Doesn't sound like the Most High is with you. How are you talking about the Most High and all you can talk about is death all day? Death and destruction. What kind of Most High are you dealing with? Because my God said he is the way, the truth, and the life. The way, the truth, and the life. The way, the truth, and the life. Where are you showing that you are dealing with the Most High, God of Israel? Where? Where? I need you to explain that to me. How? When all you can do is promote death. Even when you put out your trashy ass Valentine's Day video, there was nothing positive promoting in that either. Imagine that. You putting out a Valentine's Day. It's not in you. It's just not in you. Love is not in you. Life is not in you. The glory of the living God is not in you. You are dead inside. That's why it comes out in your videos. But you're not going to cast that energy my way. I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Yeshua. I plead the blood of Jesus against you and everything that you do. I plead the blood of Jesus against your channel. I plead the blood of Jesus against your word magic. I plead the blood of Jesus about everything that you stand for. I plead the blood of Jesus against it. I plead the blood of Jesus against everything you stand for. I am his anointed one. And I have a mother in here that can pray too. Her faith is completely unshaken. Sorry if you don't like my mission because they don't, respond to each other. I guess they wouldn't respond to each other. I mean, you're about death and darkness, and I'm about life, love, and bringing unity. We're not the same, honey. We're not the same. I know you're probably here watching this. I know you're here. I know you're here. Let me look at the comments. That's why she recruiting through her blasphemous post. Step right out. 1 minute. Step right up and watch the crushing of a demon. The abomination is on spiritual death row. She's watching right now, trying to download this video. Pathetic ass. I hereby curse her spy equipment, her contact center. That's not our problem, Daisy. Blame your mirror, not us. That's another thing. You want to creep and download my videos so much, at least examine it and learn something from it. My footsteps are ordered by the Most High. I put my life and my soul in his hands. You don't have the authority to bless or curse me. You are not the God I recognize. You are not the God I bow down to. You're not. Take this video and learn something from it. Are you going to answer my questions? Are you going to answer those questions that I've listed earlier? Are you going to answer those questions being that you're the real Jew? I'm asking questions that you just can't find on the internet so we can test your download skills. Why don't you use them cards to ask how I know you're a Hamite Nephilim? Ask. Ask away, bitch. Oh my God. You're an energy harvester. I hereby say in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, if this woman tries to steal my energy, siphon off my energy, use my energy in any kind of way, I pray that my energy poisons your energy field in the name of Yeshua. My energy has the blood of Jesus all over it. I hope you get poisoned by it. Because you're an energy harvester. See, I know how to poison energy vampires. I learned a little trick. I hope you get sick and vomit all over your altar. Now, trying to siphon off of my energy. Go on in your next little video and cry about how you're not paying attention to me, but yet somehow you need to explain why you have such an interest in Hebrew culture all of a sudden. When you were crying about being Nigerian, and then speaking it in your native tongue. Did you know that a lot of the languages over there are branched from Hebrew? A lot of my people are in Africa. We fled in 70 AD there, escaping Roman persecution. Read from Babylon to Timbuktu. It's in there, honey. Read the New Testament. It's in there. Y'all weren't the Hamites weren't known for those languages that's being spoken over there now. Those are branches of Hebrew language. A majority of them are, because a large number of Judites are living in Africa. A large amount. A majority of the Judites are there. Oh my God. There's a reason why in the Black American community we say all skin folk ain't kinfolk. All black people are not walking around this earth confused about who people are and where their respective sectors belong. You know, all black people are not walking around confused like you, who think color determines what nation you belong to. That just goes to show how ignorant you and people like you are that think because somebody has dark skin, they are automatically African. All black people do not subscribe to the African label, and that's a very late term in history. Okay? Actually, Africa was a country in in that continent. It wasn't the name of the continent. It was a country, and it was a country in that continent, Africa. Actually, why do I know this and you don't? Why couldn't you tell the people before me? It looks like you're the one that need to brush up on her knowledge of things. Before you ever come to debate me about Israelites again, think you need to sit down and take a few months to at least compile all the evidence together and really do some research before you ever debate me on this topic again. You have a long way to go before you can debate me in this topic. And when you finally are ready to debate me in this topic, actually, you know, we could go on Blog Talk Radio and have a debate, just like my Israelite brothers in the Israelite camps do, and squash y'all and debunk y'all every fucking time. But you don't have months, honey. You don't have months. You don't. You don't have that much time. So I advise you to, get your studies in order. The clock's ticking, baby. Yeah, you better get started now, honey. At least go out with a bang, bitch. Come on, at least go out with a bang. Yeah, debate me. In your final hours, debate me. Yes. Don't come to me about no Israelites again until you sit down and actually do some real research about it. Instead of accusing me of being a YouTube scholar, as if that discredits me. Bitch, please. A lot of stuff that I know about my people are spiritual downloads. I didn't necessarily have to get from the book. I was under these studies for years before I brought this knowledge to the community. I bring something different to the community. That's probably why you're upset. You're upset too, is because I have that. That alone makes me unique and set apart from other people. I bring something different. You just bring death and destruction. Who wants to hear about death all day? Like, really? I guess it's hard to speak about life when you're a dead woman walking. I mean, I really don't even care about what's going on in your channel, which is why I wasn't even paying it any mind when people were sending videos about you talking about Aquarius and Taurus. That should let you know I don't give a fuck. You hate it when certain people go long periods of time ignoring you, and then you got to start your shit. So us being stalkers could look relevant. And as I'm looking at my live timer, every time I look at it, I see huge angel numbers. What won't you steal? What line do you draw? Do you draw a line in the sand at some point with something? You have respect for nothing. You have respect for nothing. You have no respect for gods of other nations. You don't have respect for high level entities. You don't have respect for human beings. You don't have respect for children. You actually kill children. You don't have respect for anything. What did children ever do to you? I hate to believe that your magic has something to do with the harm of innocent little babies, children. You are a disgusting woman. You are a disgusting woman. You're evil incarnate. You're evil incarnate. I have never met anybody so evil and so vile. You want to be a Hebrew so much? I will send my forefathers to address you. And I don't think you're gonna like standing before Hebrew men who have the power to part Red Seas, turn water into blood, break the jaw of a lion, destroy the Philistine army with his bare hands. Like, but that's what you want. So I'm gonna tell them to pay you a visit. You might not like what they have to say. You won't like what they have to say. I don't really know what else to say at this point. I think I made myself clear. Just shut the fuck up and leave us alone. Just go crawl under a rock and just die already. Like, I'm so sick of you. We're so sick of you. I will throw a party when you are gone. And I'm going to make a laughing stock of all the bitches that followed you, kissed your ass. I'm going to laugh at them. Remember in Carrie how her mother screamed in her face, "They're gonna laugh at you." I'm gonna laugh at y'all. They're gonna laugh at you. I'm gonna laugh at y'all. I'm gonna laugh at y'all like, ha ha. Can't say we didn't tell you. You wanted to hear from me again, bitch. Here I am. And I'm gonna come back later with a video talking about how much I'm in love with my masculine. I'm gonna do that. I think I'd rather piss you off with that. But keep touching my videos, bitch. That's okay. I'm keeping records of that. I'm keeping records of that. I know it's you that's doing it. How do I know? Because I don't get notified by YouTube about my videos being taken. When YouTube takes your videos off, they don't do that without emailing you an explanation. That's how I know you're a hacker and you're hacking into shit. You're deleting comments and you're deleting videos. That's how I know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a video talking about how much I'm in love with my masculine and how much he's in love with me too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a video about that, about twin flames and love and making babies with our kings. I think I want to talk about that, about love and family and being made love to, and giving channeled messages to divine feminines. I think they deserve that after having to deal with your demonic antics. I think they deserve some channeled messages. So I'm gonna be back with that. Something that you can't never copy or embody because it doesn't live within you. Fake Hebrew. You're no different than the Edomites that your forefathers got into bed with to destroy my people. Y'all jealous because you're not us. Y'all have your own gods, and you still hate us because of our God. Make it make sense. A lot of the people among the Gentile nations are a joke to me. Y'all have your own spiritual systems, but yet you always hated the children of Israel. Why? You want to know why y'all hate us? Because we have practices that frown upon your own. You are a people of no law, you Gentile nations. Y'all eat what you want, you fuck what you want, and you make excuses as to why it is okay. And speaking of the other nations' gods, it was told to me by Aphrodite and Artemis that a lot of that shit that they talk about in Greek mythology is a lie. Yup, some of it is a lie. especially with the over exaggerating of them, being okay with them sleeping with animals and children. She wasn't okay with that. She said a lot of the time y'all use them as an excuse to do a lot of that nasty shit. That was just y'all being dirty. A lot of entities look at y'all practices and think you're disgusting. You'd be shocked to know that. I mean, you have certain ones like Moloch and Baal and Baphomet, like them. They're the ones that are accepting of that. Not all deities are accepting of filth and sexual perversions. Okay? Like I said, that's why you hate us. You don't like us because we had laws, statutes, and commandments. We weren't allowed to eat what we wanted. We weren't allowed to fuck what we wanted. We had laws on marriages and how things operate. We had those laws. That's the way our God wanted us to represent him. We followed the laws. He blessed us with whatever we wanted. We broke his laws. Then here you Gentiles come to take advantage of that. This is why y'all promote your unfilthy lifestyles throughout the world, through pornography, through TV shows, through politics. You push all this to keep Israelites under a psychosis because once we start keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, our God will heed unto our voices and he will come to us. And he has. Y'all only became rich off of our fall. That's coming to an end. It's over. Oh my goodness. What time is it? Dag? I've been giving this bitch my precious time for an hour and 41 minutes. Just leave me the fuck alone. Stop bringing up Hebrews. You don't know shit about it. You really think bringing up Hamitic Jewish converts makes you look legit. Like I said, prove they're the real Jews. Prove it. Prove they prove they keep all the ancient customs. Prove they always kept these ancient customs. Prove they are the people that crossed the Red Sea. Prove they are the people. Prove they're the people. Some of the Israelites are among Ethiopians who ignorantly think they are Ethiopians. But like I said, Israelites have been scattered all over the four corners of the earth. Some of the Asian people in China and Japan are Israelites. Those black-looking Japanese and Chinese people. The Aborigine tribes, the original Oriental people come from Israel. Hitler brought this up in his lecture. Hitler knew who the real Jews was. And he mainly pointed to us in America. He didn't say nothing about the Ethiopians. So, like I said, answer all these questions. I'm wrapping this up, guys. Like, any last thoughts? Do y'all have any last thoughts y'all want to say before I hang this up and go to a better topic about, like loving our masculines and shit and being in union with them and just loving them? Mm. Wow, that was fast. Yeah, it has. She know it. You trying to align yourself with Israelites will not save you from what's coming to you. 144 on this clock. See, I stay looking at angel number. All praises to the Most High. She wishes she had an Aquarian library of knowledge. Of course she does. Emotional baiter. She killed her ex-boyfriend too. Yes, she did. You are a godless woman. That's all I gotta say. I don't care. I can't wait until this nightmare is over. I can't. You guys, I'm gonna go now because I have better things to do besides addressing this bitch that keeps just acting like a fly, a pest just flying around my head. All right. So I'm gonna come back with a better video, you know, not addressing this clown, hopefully, and stay focused on what really matters, twin flame union, waking up Israelites to their destinies, teaching our women to pray effectively, to protect their unions, to protect their masculines. I'm going to teach y'all how to do all that. Okay? Like I've been trying to fast, but I feel like fasting is something that you have to master. Like I'd say, go 12 hours without eating, eat 6 in the morning and then eat 6 at night, like 2 meals in the morning, 2 day and then no, 1 meal in the morning and 1 meal in the evening because fasting and praying is very effective. It breaks down strongholds that cannot come off through just praying. Some of infirmities can only come off if you fast and pray them off. Okay? I'm going to come with a lesson about the two bloodlines that are in the earth, the karmic bloodline of the karmic bloodline that comes from the karmics, these karmics that had babies with our masculines, and the babies that the divine feminines will give the masculines. And some of us have already given birth to their children. Um, I'm going to go into that, to the royal bloodline, because our children are the royal bloodline. They are the legitimate children. God himself told me that he recognized these children with karmic as illegitimate. Okay? They're basically Ishmael in this situation. Our children's would be the Isaacs and Jacobs. So I'm going to get into a lesson with that. And then there was another one that I wanted to do. Um, I'll look in my notes to figure it out because I'm a little bit brain fog. But I'm definitely going to bring in some interesting lessons that I planned, because I have other work to do than to keep addressing this bitch. But, until the situation is handled, like Kitchi said, we're going to have to keep addressing this. Trust me, we don't want to be bothered with this, but as women of God and light workers, we have to deal with this nuisance because if we don't spiritually attack it and fast and pray or whatever may have you, whatever spiritual methods that God is lending us to deal with this issue, it's just going to keep spreading and that's going to cause issues in the tarot community. It's going to be like, it's to the point where it's leaking out in tarot readings that people that don't even know our channel that we bump into are picking up on this situation. A couple of them was like, what the hell am I reading into? What is this? We have seen it. People that have nothing to do with this or never even heard of our channels are picking up on this situation in their tarot card readings, and it's so dark to the point where they're taken back by it and they're like, what the hell am I reading here? What is this? Yes, we have seen it. We have seen it on a few channels. It's leaking. It's spreading. This is why we're calling it the Tarot Land virus, because it's spreading. And we have to contain it. We have to deal with that. So people that be coming on our channels telling us, "Oh, leave it alone," and this and that and the third, and then don't address it. No, you can't keep telling us how to deal with this. You can't keep telling us how to deal with this. Listen, if we could leave it alone, we would, but that's not that's a part of our job to deal with it, because none of you are. You're not going to deal with this. You're not gonna fight this thing off. Which is why you come to our channels with that bullshit. Just leave it alone. Y'all don't go on her channel with it because y'all scared she gonna hex you. Because you know y'all can't fight that off. This is not some petty beef. This is not some drama. This is not petty beef. This is not drama. This is we're under a spiritual war right now. Do y'all get that? This is a spiritual war. Do you think I'm on here going back and forth with this bitch because I'm just in some petty little beef? Come on, give me more fucking credit than that. Let's stop playing. Yes, I'll cheer to that, sis. All right, guys. I know I kept y'all long enough on here. I'll make it up to y'all though. I'll bring you something special. I guess clear my space of this filth, and I'm gonna do some spiritual downloads to you guys. If I don't get them out today, I'll get them out tomorrow. I'm gonna show that y'all that I got other things to offer besides being in spiritual warfare mode all the time. Well, I gotta be in spiritual warfare mode at all times, but you know, give y'all something special. That's why I wanted to give y'all that Valentine's Day special about, not giving up on your unions. You know, don't give up on them. I know it hurts. I know the separation hurts. I know being without him hurts him or her. Because some divine masculines are dealing with divine feminines being the runners. So don't give up on your unions. Don't give up on them. I went through hell, you know, within the 2 years of me awakening up to this journey because I didn't understand it at first until I stopped fighting God and really gave it to him. Don't give up on it. Don't let demons like Daisy rob you of your blessings. Don't give that demon power. Do not give it power. She is not in control or authority over your destiny. God is the Most High, the true Most High. Stop giving her out your information. Don't give her your birth chart information. Stop giving people your power. She doesn't have the power to say who's in union and who's not. She wasn't given that authority. She has no authority. She's been stripped spiritually of everything. She's been stripped. So, with this all being said, I wish you guys farewell until next time.